got his email already.
A few of us at
There you
Bullish
go.
Bears, we'd like to extend you a scholarship.
All right.
He asked me if I could help him privately, and I'm not gonna do that for money, but I'm gonna help the guy. I hope that's okay.
Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Jeremy with Bullish Bears, and we got Stone and Devin in the room. Bullish Bears, Stone, and just Devin for now. We'll work on that.
he's quite the bull.
Forever, just Devin.
We're making
forever
a job
Devin.
of it. He's going to be our editor soon. So this is going to be
forever Devin.
This is the dude who does our editing. So like when we do the condensed version of this and we put it out on a weekend in a condensed form, this is the guy doing the work on that. So
hey, come on, man, give me a little more credit. I'm a producer.
He's the producer.
We're gonna
not
give him that
not like Zero Mostel or Gene Wilder. Man, I'm really old telling, but those guys.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Gene Wilder. Now we're talking. Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder.
Bullish Bears, Devin, the producer. All right, I'm with it.
Oh.
Time. Never mind.
Right.
What a day, huh?
Oh man, this trading day's
goodness.
nuts.
And then the Queen, God rest her soul. The Queen's dead. Long live the King.
Yeah.
But that was I was sitting there watching the market, and I said, I didn't have the news on. I was like, what's going on? I need to check the news. What the heck is going on? Something's going on in the market. And I checked Financial Juice, and like 20 minutes before they announced that she had passed away, and I'm like, well, no wonder we're going sideways.
Whoa.
Yeah,
it's a pretty wild day.
We're mourning, but the market was pretty choppy today. It was tough to trade on the way up this morning, but boy, that breakover was clean. Totally setting up for a measured move to the bullish side, and then it absolutely got rejected and slammed right back down. That was pretty epic. I got some of that, and
I got some of it too.
That had me close just under that point where I like to go and switch from trading MES to trading ES. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I got some of that downside. I got to be a little bit of a bear today in the MES.
I love getting those teeth out, man.
I got a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, we got tons to unpack.
And then we got that day where it just kind of starts ranging sideways. We had that big move up to the upside, and then that big pullback.
Hey guys, give me just a second here to stop and restart. I'm sorry.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
There we go. We're good. Sorry.
It's good. Everything else was in there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we had that big side, upside, and then we had that downside, and I got in on that breakover. I was watching it, and I was like, huh. And I'm gonna tell you how I got in on it. And I have finally gotten to the point that I can look at the 10-second chart on the MES and follow along with it to make my entries on the MES, but also I do it to make my entries on my scalps in my my SPY. And I think we had that discussion last week where Jason, I don't know, my son-in-law, sorry, you're not my son-in-law, but anyway, where Jeremy that ain't gonna work, where Jeremy had talked about tough, where Jeremy talked about the theta and delta. And so I was like, hey, what's the formula? And he says, formula? Question mark. He sent me a message back. And then he gave me an Investopedia link to go read on the Greeks. And I'm thinking, he just told me to go find out for myself in a really nice way.
And I gave you a clue.
I don't know. Go find out the definition.
So I went and what I was really trying to say was ratio. So I went and started studying on this a little bit and started looking at things. And then, I did some screenshots this week. Thank you again to Bullish Bears people for teaching me how to make screenshots. But you learn everything here. And
it's Windows key Shift S if you guys want to know.
That's right. Windows key Shift S or Command Shift 3, I think, on Mac, iMac.
There you go, buddy. That's it. That's it.
Well, but so I took some screenshots of different expiration dates, and big like 50 strikes, so I could go and look at the call and the puts, but the delta theta ratio, and see if I can find something in there. Now that I know that the delta theta thing, and I found a little sum, and I'm not going to tell exactly what they are yet because I don't want anybody to go running out doing all that stuff. until I know it a little bit better. I can write it, but I found some of that stuff, and I finally realized, oh yeah, if I used a 10-second chart on the MES, I follow my sentiment on the larger times frames. The 2-minute, I'm always going to see a setup because I'm just so ingrained in the 2-minute. And if I see it ingrained on the 2-minute, I check the 1, and then I look at the 10-second, and I say, okay, where's the 8? And then I get my, and then I'm looking to see what I'm taking my time. I'm thinking, okay, there's going to be a pullback here somewhere. Can I get it on a pullback? And then I go and I find my call or my put, and with the little ratio I'm looking for, and I get it ready to go. And then when I see it, boom, buy ask. And then I see it. It's like I'm getting in right when it pops. Okay. I don't know that you can teach that. I think you can teach what you're looking for, but the whole hand-eye coordination and just hitting it, I don't know if that can be taught. Maybe it can. But I hit that sucker and it pops. And I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And because it's been a monster. And so that's my little testimony. I had to test. Now I can moan about it. Oh. And now, but Jeremy, it works. It works.
The connection has been made. You are now going to exceed the master.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
You are now no longer a Padawan. You are now a Jedi.
Ah.
You get your lightsaber out now.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. May the spy be with me.
It would look like you've seen or found a crystal to look through.
I don't know about that. May the scalp be with you. Well, everything, there's a lot more to it. I mean, your levels and knowing.
There's lots of pieces.
Lots of and like you said, there's lots of moving parts. And when we look at a chart at the end of a day, we're taking a snapshot of a really fast moving engine. Mm-hmm. And you just taking this like strobe light snapshot, boom, there it is. But when it's real time, it's a whole different world.
But it's all also on a I mean, you're running it from like 5 minute, 2 minute to 10 second to 1 minute to 10 second. I mean, and you're finding
the rhythm.
I love saying fractals, but that's not really it, because you're gonna find different structures within each of those structures to tell you that what you're looking at is.
We can call it substructure.
Yeah, it's like I said. Yeah, it's a substructure. Just saying that you're right.
It's a traffic. What did I call it? An intersection.
An intersection. Yeah, busy intersection.
Got to think what I say. It's a busy intersection.
When you're it's the 8. You're on the 8, the 10, and the 15.
Close. On the 8, the 15, and the 20.
8 and 15, so 20, and then you look for those to intersect. Yeah.
And I look for different intersections with those.
Of course. Yeah.
And like I said, it's like a Williams alligator is what it's like.
I like how you use that.
If you're familiar with the Williams alligator, I was looking for I was going to share a screen, but then I'm like, it's got all my information on it. Let me go stop that. And then I woke up and my TOS account, my penny stock account, was empty.
That was interesting.
I'm like, what the heck?
That's a heart attack right there. I had one instance, and there was a guy who sadly left a note and went away, not realizing what happened a while back. There's an article about it. Situation was he sold a credit spread on a large cap, and when you do that in Robinhood or any brokerage, that is, let's say you run a 10 lot of a credit spread and you get early assignment on the short position, and suddenly your account balance shows up negative 100 shares for each of those contracts that you were assigned on. That is some scary stuff to look at, but by Monday it settled out. His maximum loss was only the distance between the two spreads, but he didn't realize that.
No.
Yeah, it was a while back. There's an article about it, and very sad news story, but I've actually been in that position. I wasn't feeling, like off of myself, but it was like a situation where I look at my account and I knew what was coming. I read about it and learned about it ahead of time, but that's the whole point. You research so you know what you're ready for. I had 10 contracts in a credit spread on Google, and it was early assigned, and my account's like showing negative $2.7 million or something like that. Just for the fun of it, I showed that to the wife, and she turned white. It's the best thing ever.
You did that for fun. You showed your wife.
And
I know your wife.
Like, don't sweat this. This is not.
Don't worry, honey.
I lost $20. Big deal. Whatever. But it was just funny because like
he was about to beat you blind.
Oh, she would have. She would have.
She's about to beat you blind.
But I stopped her before she did.
Joker. You are a practical joker.
He is. He's good at it, though. He gets away with it.
I actually met a practical joker just a couple weekends ago. I met Joe. That was awesome.
You met Joe. That's right. Hey, you met me. You met one too.
Yeah.
I'm very subtle, and it takes me a long time to do them. But they're, I have fun. I usually do them on people I don't know.
Oh, you take your time. That's even worse.
I look for the right opportunity.
Opportunist, you.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, if I wear this outfit with jeans like I'm wearing right now, and I put on a hat, like one of these hats, and I go downtown in New Orleans, I look like a homeless person. I look like one of the gutter guys. Not necessarily homeless, but what I'm talking about is the guys that come to New Orleans and they drink and they never leave and they stay in the gutter all the time.
Right.
And then they hit you up for money so they can get drunk again. They don't want any help. But I look like one of those guys, and I pull up to somebody that hadn't seen me in a while, and I tell them they're going to tell me, "Oh, I'm in town. I'm going to meet you over here." I'll walk up to like their wife or somebody, and I'll act like I'm drunk and asking for money and everything. I did it one time to my son's brother and sister-in-law, and at the Hard Rock Cafe. And the security I did it so well. Security came out thinking that I was harassing the customers.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got them so good, and the lady at the bar is saying, "I only served them Pepsi." and my daughter-in-laws and my son are close to peeing themselves because it was so funny. But yeah, so I wait for the opportune times.
There you go.
In Australia, they call that a bogan.
Yeah,
it's a bogan.
Just to let everybody know, this is. When we're waiting for a setup to finish completing, this is what we do. We just hang out.
This is what we do all day long.
It's the greatest because we keep it real where we are. We're not like all stuffed suits. We're not a bunch of monotone people just trading stocks. We got heart and we got souls too, man. So this is what we do.
Well, if they let me, I'd call it like a football game.
There you go. Let the witty banter go, and then when it gets time to be serious, we take the trades. We show you what's up. It's all about it. And
we interrupt each other when that happens. Like, wait, look.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we break in. But hey, stop. Listen, check this out. Or sometimes I'll sit there with my mouse hovering on the screen, like, hey, I'm circling this setup right here. Look at it.
Yeah. Look at it. Yeah. That's right. Look at it.
I do that a lot, and then I'll be like, okay, look. But this is how we roll, and we go through, we break down every little setup we find, we walk you through every step of it. That's what we're about. And then to boot, we can teach you everything from basic trading, basic day trading. You can get into options trading, swing trading, finding your setups. We'll show you how to look at a chart, how to read a chart, how to analyze the chart in your own way. We don't do a lot of fundamental analysis, but some of us do. So we do have some library information on that, how to do that stuff. But for the most part, we're just technical traders, and the chart
price action, baby.
Everything we need to know.
It's there.
Speaking of which, let's get into a little chart action.
Let's crank that chart up. I'm gonna leave the stone this time.
Oh, it's my turn to crank the chart up. Well,
give me a sec. I'm gonna stop and restart.
Recording stopped.
There we go.
Recording in progress.
Perfect.
There we go. We're good.
Let me find the screen I'm gonna share.
Time to get serious now. It's almost 5 o'clock.
Oh yes. Okay. All right. I'll share the screen. I think I got my stuff hidden.
Yeah, account numbers on under. Oh no, it's live on YouTube now.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I see it is, but look, I got an account number up there, but not the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't like
good.
that.
We don't have to worry about it.
I don't know how to get that off of there.
If you're skilled enough to hack a TOS account, just don't bother trading. You don't need to.
Listen, I had all these the poor people at TOS. I had the whole technical the whole support crew in the office. I think there was 15 of them. They couldn't figure out my problem. I said, well, at least I know I'm not the only one. So today was really,
drag this over.
It was an unusual day.
No, stick it over here.
Not really. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. I mean, we had a trend day yesterday, and then it kind of gave us that look. And I bet a lot of people thought that we were going to trend again today. And then it gave us this look here.
Yes.
And we had this when we had this nice drop, you know, at let's see, we went down there about 11:35. It was just beautiful. This was pretty, but you could see
I
it was
really love seeing those dojis, those spinners, and it just
Yeah.
starts curling over.
curling over
Uh-huh.
and boom. And
It was
I got
rough.
it was.
It was rough
You
staying
like-
long with those dojis popping up. Man, I was just
Yeah,
like, man,
yeah.
scalping little bits of it, but I'm not going to stay
Yeah.
around long. I knew it was coming.
Oh, so you were scalping long positions there?
Yep.
Nope, no thanks. I'm good.
Yeah, it was.
I just put a price line. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, you're good. And yeah,
Hey.
essentially that breakover was clean.
That
Clean
was
breakover.
beautiful. That was nice. You saw the rounding taking place.
Mhm.
If you went to a larger time frame, you could see, you know, you could see that this was this little figure right here. These
That's
two
beauty. We like
candlesticks,
that. Hmm.
That's pretty. You
Oh,
know,
I love
I
that.
like seeing that. I like seeing that on the upside. You know where else I like seeing that? I like seeing that somewhere like right around here.
Right.
You know, when you see this little beginning of a little wedge. But this is a 30-minute chart, and if you went out to the 15 as well, and I do these when I'm looking at sentiment, I'm trying to figure out where we're going to look, because the one thing about these large caps and SPY, and you know, Jeremy knows I've talked about this, coming from penny stocks, it's taken me a little while to not always have that sense of the bottom's about to drop out, because you know you get a
Because
lot.
penny stocks do that. They pull
Well,
the
they do
rug
that.
right out from
Yeah,
under.
Yeah.
they pump and dump. So you get a move in the daytime, and then it's, you know, you get a fade most of the rest of the day.
Yep. Flattens.
But these patterns, and as I've been told since I started day one in bullish bears, that what you learn in penny stocks will translate to everything else. And if you learn
Mhm.
your price action in penny stocks, it will go everywhere else. And I see it everywhere now.
I can't
So-
count how many times I used to say that. Everything you
Oh,
learn
yeah.
here is going to come with you when you start scalping large caps and you start trading options and you start trading futures. Here's where it starts. Do it the hard way
Absolutely.
with penny stocks. Your life will be easy. You'll be out trading some really, really skilled traders at some point. So
I believe it. And this was, but what was weird about today is, all right, we had all these people speaking today. We had Fed speakers, and then the Queen passes away, you know.
that was
I mean,
rough.
what a gracious lady she's been for all these years, and all the hell she's been through, at least two wars and everything.
Yeah.
So maybe two, at least one. We know she went through the big one, WW2. And so, but when that happened, I didn't know it happened, and I'm sitting here going, one, and I said, oh, we might get the second leg.
There it is.
And I had a price of like 402 on my measurement to get that second leg. And we got here, and it went down and then sideways. And I said, what the heck is going on? And that's when I looked at the news and saw that the Queen had passed away. And I said, well, no wonder we're going sideways. That's news. That's real news that affects the stock market.
Mhm.
Not Uncle Jerry went down to the FDA office and asked if he could get an application for our penny stock and for our little company. And they said, yes, you can have an FDA application. And we put it on news, and it pumps up and then it drops, you know. That's fake news. This is real news. Is that a diamond pattern right there?
Kind of, sort of. A very short-term one.
I found one today. That's an ugly diamond pattern.
If you had that on 5,
how we
it'd
like
probably
'em.
show up.
Looks like a
We like 'em
some kind
ugly.
of reptile with a big cheek full of food.
There you go.
Okay. So
Or a
anyhow,
squirrel.
that was, you know, my day was a little odd, and waking up with all the different things that I had happen. Plus I had I was double billed, and they took the money out of my bank account, and I was like, what are y'all doing to me? I got double billed on something by an accident. And so I'm
Oh,
calling
man.
my bank, and they're saying, oh yeah, well, we'll take care of it tomorrow. And I'm like, tomorrow?
It'll go through in 3 days.
Yeah. So that was my day.
Don't hit me with any fees for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know,
you can
but
pay
we
me,
went
right?
up. We went up. Look at this failed morning star, or evening star, if you will. I say failed because
It broke
It-
the support line on the 20.
yeah, but then it came back up, and then boom, I got in that a little bit.
That's pretty sweet. So yeah, you had accumulation up to that evening star, and then essentially when you expect a Busby, typically you'll get the fourth candle in the mix. You got bar, spinner, bar, and then essentially usually the fourth candle will come up and make a half or whole move of the last bar. In this case, it broke below the 20 period, so that's fourth candle opened below the 20 period. So that was a short little bearish chop there, and then accumulated down to the next support level, which is if you hold your cursor up underneath the body of those candles there. Yep, right there. Look to your left, the big bar. That's a 50% retracement there.
That sure is.
With a wick to boot. So pretty easy trade there. That was where sentiment changed. We made that retracement. We will close the candle there. The next candle opened up, inverted hammer. That's where you go long. Pretty easy setup on that one. Very quick scalp. And that's what you look for on that longer period chart. And then you verify that move, and then you go and look at your 1 minute and your 10-second chart, and that's where money is made. So
that move right there.
Yep. And look, little double bottom. You got low 1, high 1, low 2, and then it broke resistance, tested, came back, and boom, blasted through resistance, hit every target on the left.
Boom.
Pretty cool
It
stuff.
was one of these. It was one of these. Might have been this one here. Here it is.
Oh yeah, that's your little your elephant foot thing.
Yeah,
Now,
that's what I was talking about just a minute
folks,
ago.
Yep.
Remember, folks, we do have slight issues having to do with the cursor versus the crosshairs. Pay attention to the crosshairs because that's what's telling
is
you
my
what.
cursor off?
No, your cursor's dead on, dude.
Oh.
Well, he's got his crosshairs. I'm seeing his cursor like way behind the crosshairs.
Oh,
Personally,
weird.
Really?
No, it's perfect for mine. You must have a little slow
must
internet.
be my slow computer.
That's weird. That's really weird. I usually don't get that in Zoom. I usually get it in Discord, but not Zoom.
No, that's clean.
Interesting.
But here is this this pattern. I love this pattern right here. Let's see if I can. Well, I hate highlighting. I just want to beep. I work TOS so well. So I love this because this gives us, this is a look. There we go. Give me a little better look. I mean, this is almost like a group morning star. It's probably a morning star on a 3-minute or something.
Yeah.
But that here, these three, and this is a little higher, and it gives that look of an elephant foot. Now, if I were to add one of my other indicators in there that I'll use.
There is a Japanese name for that formation. I forgot what it is, though.
Yeah, really? Because I see this, and you'll see it reversed, too. Like here, we've got this look right here. We got this look right here. That's another reversal look. I like that look on the top. So I look for this. 30-minute, I think we had that at one point, and that's when we started having that fall over. Yeah, I'm going to start logging these things, and that's one of the things I'm working on right now is I have the elephant foot thing, I call it. Yeah, I'm going to start logging those, and I want people to learn, man. I want people to learn how to do this.
We scalp so fast, we don't have time to remember all of them. Yeah, Harami.
Harami.
Yep. We scalp things so fast, we don't have time to remember the Japanese name. We need to just name it, get it out of the way, spit it out, trade it.
Exactly.
Yeah. We use slang terms. This is the streets.
Yeah.
This is the streets.
That's right. That's right.
That's the streets, brah. Don't be messing with me on my streets now.
Messing
All
on
right.
my streets.
Well, look, we get a little W right here.
Yes,
with
sir.
a double bottom is what that is.
The
Bang.
I've heard that called the Wu-Tang.
I like the Wu-Tang, but you got to, you didn't have a lot of time to do much with it once it broke its support up here because you had to, boom, that was it. You had 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was in the
But you could have done a lot in 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, man. One contract would have made about $100 on that one in the MES.
Yeah. So you could, that's where I am right now. So I love price action. I love following. I hate missing and good traders don't miss all the time. So I'm working on that because I missed a few of them this week.
Yeah, just
right. Here's another little set right here. When you see that kind of thing, when I see that, I know we're not going any farther. When I see that on I know the odds are, the probability is that we're probably going to stay high. And so, yeah, when I see that kind of stuff, I love it. I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for up top.
Yep.
Are you on the 2 minute?
This is 5 now.
That's
I-
5.
I just did a whole bunch of minutes.
On a 10-minute chart, that's a straight drop off right there. That bullish can, it's a straight one candle.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's it.
Hmm.
So that's beautiful stuff.
That's what we do here.
Yeah.
We teach price action and we teach you how to scalp that stuff.
Why don't we show them a couple of, like, those are some pretty big control candles. So would you mark those for
These?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, let me show you that.
Yeah, you'd see some levels on that.
There's some bullish moves in there because
Let me do that, and then if you want, I got a good example of what yesterday did.
great.
Yes. And then we can zoom out, give a quick overview.
Yeah, I because yesterday, see every one of these candles.
So
And
he's
the price
marking those, the top of them, so
Right.
that we can look for price breaks
You can mark.
and bullish moves.
I've done the wicks too. So what Devin's talking about is this is what we learned here at Bullish Bears from a guy who's got breath like a Klingon. But anyway, but look at this. This is golden. This is golden.
That's huge. That's a huge range right there for a break.
But when you follow and you say, okay, there, boom, there's the break, and then you see, you get used to seeing certain patterns, and you go, okay, well, looks like we might walk this back up. So if I'm here, I'm starting to mark these things, and look, you're going to hit it. It's a target. You're going to mark this one. It's a long target, but it hits it.
Your control bars are always going to show you where the range is.
Watch, but look, watch this. I'm going to do the one that I had a 5-day 5-minute from a couple of days ago. I'm going to redo it.
There you go.
Is that yesterday? Oh, wait, it's taking me too far. This one. This is it. Watch this. Okay. You see this here? That was the second.
Yep.
And we're on a 5-minute chart. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Bada bing. I could have taken every one of them, but I'm going to just hit these right here.
There you go. And
you see this?
Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We drop knowledge every time we're on YouTube here, guys.
Now watch these zones.
Yeah, please hit the bell too.
Yeah.
Watch these zones I just marked out.
Like, follow the whole thing,
Okay, those zones didn't work there. Watch this. The next day, yesterday, bam, bam,
Lean.
bam. It walked every one of those zones back that it hit the 2 days before. Look at that.
What is that? Now, the 8? Is it what? Are you leaving the 8 up?
That's a 15. That's a
15. It's walking.
Yeah. That's a 15 EMA. I use because it mimics that 21 bar thing that Al Brooks uses for me. Because when I told Jeremy, man, Webull has it different. It's weird.
But so on TOS,
but on TOS. But look at that. Boom, 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 boom. And you went down there, and you could see we were coming back up.
Look at those ranges. You can just see it moving along them and the way that it reacts to them.
I mean, it wasn't a big move. It was like $5 or whatever. But that would have been killer, scalping that, knowing that, having confidence in your technical analysis that, okay, I've got red bars over here to the left. I can hit those red bars. If I hit these right here, you can see it all walk back up.
Yep.
And those control bars tell you a lot. And if you just learned how to read flags and control bars, you could trade without any other technical or without any other indicator.
You really could.
You really can. And as a matter of fact, my best trades early on in the penny stock room, I just traded flags.
Yeah.
So and then I have my boxes here because this was chop.
Right.
We were in a range and I waited for it to break and it broke out of that range, but then it put itself in another range. And so I'll draw these shadow boxes when I see chop and I wait for it to break. And so it broke. And then look, what do we get? Look at this formation right here. Look at these two candles right there.
Yeah, bullish
Boom.
engulfing pair.
See this right here? Yeah, that bullish engulfing. And that's, I might call that an elephant foot. I might not, but I might call it a double bottom, a micro double bottom.
He calls it an elephant foot.
Yeah, I do a lot of times because it seems like it stomps down and then it goes up.
Stomps down and takes its footing.
And what's funny is I took this picture and I did this analysis with showing you how I get the price targets with the line. I did that 2 weeks ago, and I had or a week ago, whatever, and we had almost the same identical trend day, and I put that up in chat. I don't know if you saw that. With the same type of price measurement, price line, and it looked almost like an identical chart. So they come back around. All right, sorry about that. I hope I didn't take too much time. I was having a lot of fun.
This is gold. This goes right on YouTube, and
recording
like I said,
stopped.
We drop that
recording
knowledge
in progress.
every time we're here. We give you something.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, we do.
Jeremy,
we do.
Jeremy, you have anything you want to throw in there?
Yeah, just essentially, with trading this stuff, this market's been pretty damn choppy, and it's been a day trader's market. Even some of the top analysts out there that people are talking to and interviewing, they're all saying the same thing. They're throwing their hands up. They're like, we see no rotation, no trends. This is just chop. And then even yesterday, someone was, one of the higher end analysts was quoted saying, yeah, this is kind of a relief rally in this bear market. Well, can you trust it? And he couldn't give a definitive answer. He's like, well, I can't say this is a trend. I can't say this is going to continue. But for now, it's a rally. We'll take an ounce of relief. So it's been really rough to try and set up swing trades on this stuff. And it's been even harder to try to find rotation. But there's a couple sectors that are starting to light up a little bit, particularly energy sectors, not like fuel and stuff like that, but the people who turn that fuel into energy and distribute it to the grid. Some of the electric companies, utility companies, are going to start to rotate a little bit here, as they kind of do seasonally anyway. But that's about the only sector that's really doing much going into this month. It's traditionally been one of the most bearish months in history, over and over and over again for years. And there's a lot that goes on in this month. You got your Fed announcements, you've got your roll days, you've got there's a triple witching day next week, a quad witching day next week. Look at quad witch. That's a long description, but go Google that. The quad witching days are kind of interesting because you get a whole bunch of chop, but then all of a sudden, usually a day or so afterwards, you'll get a little trend, so you can get some action to trade. But ideally, if you're looking to swing trade, this market is just, it's not a swing trader's market. It's going to be a day trader's market for a while. But there's many ways to skin a cat. See, if you're privy to being able to sell options to open instead of being an option buyer, this is a great time for wheel trading. And even in a somewhat bearish trend, you can still keep ahead of your cost basis in a wheel trade strategies. That's definitely a strategy that I would be interested in doing, especially when I start to see that rotation. I'd prefer to trade slightly bullish trend, but
Can I feed that back to you, Jeremy? May I
absolutely
perception check that with you?
Sure.
So basically what I hear you trying to say is that what we're trying to do here at Bullish Bears is provide you with the lens to see the market through, so that you can understand it in a way and have multiple, not just one or two tools, but multiple tools to work the market in your favor.
Absolutely. And it gives you, a really broad way to analyze technical analysis and then use that to support your trading plan. So the idea is, with enough repetition, you can glance at a chart, put a trade plan together, and execute it almost instinctively without even really thinking about it. You just do it. And when you get to that level, you've come to be. You're just going to be
full circle,
able to just sit there and trade the market and trade what's in front of you. And when the trends come, you'll trade the trends. When the chop comes, you'll be able to scalp the chop. When you see opportunity to sell to open options, you'll sell to open options. You see opportunities to trade debit spreads. It all comes around. So essentially, just being able to either adapt to the market as you're trading it. If you're trading in one area of the market, like we trade with SPY very frequently, that's one thing. But the other thing we give you is the ability to, if you don't see an opportunity to execute a trade plan, you don't have to trade. The other thing that you can do when that happens, though, just switch products. There's plenty of other ways to trade this. There's plenty of other products to trade this. You can go into futures. You can go into, just about anything that you want to do. As far as you can sell options here, you can build investment positions, and there's a million ways to do this.
Because you already have the lens, right? Because you already can see it, and we're trying to teach them to see.
Exactly, and that's the thing, is the chart is going to show you everything. I mean, yes, fundamental analysis has its place, but from a technical trader's point of view, the chart tells you everything you need to know.
Everything you need to know.
At one
Everything.
point, you don't need, sometimes you don't even have to care about the news. You can just see the chart kind of give in a crescendo.
Tells you something. Yeah.
Something's up.
It did that today. That's exactly what happened. I was like, what is going on right now? I'm thinking, there are no speakers right now. What's happening?
Exactly.
Pardon my bad grammar. And you're right. It shows you everything. It even shows you when you shouldn't trade.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know, I put up a little thing today. I don't fish in choppy waters, and I ain't trading in chop. So I posted that in the Discord today. I was like, when the waters are choppy, you ain't getting no fish. You get a sore butt.
Especially if you're in a small boat.
Yeah, especially in a small boat, you get a lot of adrenaline happening out there. But when you see that chop, and I've learned to stay out of that chop. Now I'm learning how to identify that chop. Mm-hmm. And things are getting better and better each week for me as a trader. And I appreciate that. And I've learned everything I've learned. I keep pushing Bullish Bears. I freaking learned everything here at Bullish Bears. So, and we're in a process now of taking everything that I've learned and putting it in a step-by-step, if you will, format to help new traders, and even some traders that may have been trading. Like, I think one guy I saw today, he trades a lot of crossovers on moving averages. And I'm thinking, okay, that's good. But if you learn, let's get you to learn the candles, and then you'll see that busy intersection that I'm always talking about. And I think I'm really
excited the crinkles. About don't forget the crinkles.
Don't forget the crinkles. I use those dang crinkles all the time.
Those crinkles all day long, man.
I do. And now what I do with the crinkles is I find where they are and I identify the candle they're by.
Yes.
I want to see what candle they're by.
And the great thing is
it's all in the chart.
Is we're all in there looking and talking to each other, and we're that's the deal right there.
That's really good. And I'm looking at something, and I remember when I first started moderating, I was looking at something, and Devin was trying to tell me. He was trying to tell me, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And I was so distracted. I'm like, yeah, it's going up here. And he's trying to say, no, that's the third flag, Stone.
Yeah. You're at the top.
That's the diamond top, Stone. Look out. And I'm like, and then when I stepped back at the end of the day, I went, I'll be a son of a.
That's what's great about the community sense here. We got everybody's communicating back and forth, and we're getting a little bit more of that lately, which is awesome. We
Thankfully
love that. We welcome that,
and that's what we want. That's what we want.
And when you come to us, if you're feeling timid, you don't want to ask a question, you don't want to sound like an idiot or something, dude, there's no dumb questions in this.
No,
we can give you a
Trust
dumb
me,
answer if you want.
I'll look more like an idiot than you will.
No. Exactly. I'm just kidding.
I'm willing.
I'm willing. That's why I asked questions. I didn't give a damn. What the hell is VWAP?
Exactly.
What? Excuse me. What's VWAP?
Right.
Volume, weight, average price.
And I think somebody was calling it VWAP or something like that.
VWAP.
And I was like, is it?
I'm a WAP. Well, I'm a WAP.
I'm half a WAP. I'm half a WAP. Mama didn't speak good. Mama was a first generation American, man. She didn't speak English. Sixth grade.
All good stuff, man. And that's what we're about. We're about a community. We love to have many eyes on the market. And even though you can look up to us, you can catch us like Devin did. Like, hey, wait, why are you getting in there? What the hell?
Yeah, that's it.
The students ask questions, they learn this, and then you can even go and say, hey, why would you do that? When you get to that
point,
but
the teacher is going, oh, thanks for
exactly. So it's more than that. It's also, not only does it give a lesson and give a way for people to learn before they make the same mistake, they get to see it right in front of everybody. And like, we're not ashamed. I'll show my good trades and my bad trades right on the screen here. It doesn't faze me one bit.
Exactly.
No, you showed us some bad trades. I was like, wow, you're showing us some bad trades. And I think some folks want to follow, and I just don't want to. I want to be cautious because I don't want people following me into a trade if, and then they get mad at me and I get all that negativity,
Yep.
Think about that. I don't want that.
No.
And I want to know what I'm doing first.
We're not gurus. We're not gurus. We're not going to show you,
I'm not going to tell you. Yeah.
Every good trade and omit the bad trades that we make. We'll show them all to you. We don't care. It's a matter of we're here to teach you guys. So don't go copycat trading here. We don't do that. We teach you.
That's not what we are. It's not what we're about. So, it's interesting when coming back to one of my friends, he was talking about if I could look at the bad trades somebody made, I could really learn something. So, by showing both sides of that coin, I think that's really a huge thing about our community is that we all learn more. We're all learning together.
Exactly. And we are learning together. And I think it's great that, we've got successful people in the community and, and we like the role model that Jeremy's given us of, being able to learn how to do this so well that he's able to now be a full-time trader and teach other traders while he's trading, making bank.
So I'm sorry, but WWJD just took a whole new meaning for me.
Man.
What would Jeremy do? That's just too funny. That's just funny. All right. In narrow beam, Lord, just wherever he is.
Yeah, God.
Oh man.
Sorry, God. I don't mean.
Oh, he's all right, man. He can handle it.
Yeah, right.
We're tight. He can handle it.
Yeah. Exactly.
As I said,
all right, guys.
I've been called worse.
Is there anything you want to say in closing?
Yeah, I want to say go back and watch the video we did last week and look at that regression line that we drew.
Yes.
Because guess what Price did? Hit it and bounced off of it. Yes, it did. I saw that the other day and I went.
You gotta give you your most evil laugh. Absolutely.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Most evil. But that, I was like, this is going to be good. And I still haven't been the bear I want to be but everything's been bullish. I did get that bear ride down today in my futures account, and that was a nice little ride.
Feels good when you catch
there
those.
You go,
dude,
bud.
They're so stinking fast, so fast. Those
pullback
candles are vicious.
Those pullback candles are vicious, and and again even with the futures, it's finding the right groove. I could talk about this all day long. I do.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. I don't know
wonderful.
There's counters on this thing, but I know we're up there. Yeah, we got a few minutes on the clock there.
I'm not in a rush.
No,
I
figured.
Hey, we can put this all out. We're gonna do this weekly. We just basically hang out after hours. We this is us all day anyway. But this is a way to decompress. We're not stressed by trading a chart and doing what we do. This is a chance for us to kind of unwind and then also kind of show you guys a lot about what we do and who we are and how we get it done. And essentially, we're going to do this every week live on our YouTube channel every Thursday. And then also we'll take everything that we get out today. Devin here's whiz.
He's the man.
He's going to compress everything we did today into like 20 minutes or less. And we'll put out an edited version over the weekend. And that way you guys can just get a compressed view of all the nuggets of stuff that we drop in there. And it just makes it a much more valuable block of time. So you're not sitting here, watching us for an hour and a half going, what the heck are these guys droning on about? Man, they're funny.
Can you get to the point?
Some of them are good looking.
Especially me. He's got to cut out all the, I don't know how many ums I do, but you got to cut them all out and just, kind of like, okay. and then when I see it, it's like, I say, well, we have, and then he cuts it and fixes it. And we have over here. I used to do that.
Back in the day when I was a mechanic,
B-roll.
I got rear-ended and I was
where's the B-roll?
Unable to work for a while, so I took a job at a parts counter because where else would a mechanic work who's unable to physically do the job? So if I was working at the parts counter, people would be standing there like and I just be like, the ums are about 50 cents a piece. You're
one of those parts guys.
You're up to about $6 now. You going anywhere with this, or you want me to help the next guy? Just to be, not necessarily mean,
break
but
the ice. To break the ice.
Keep it witty, but professional, because we had to line out the door all day long at that place, and the phone ringing off the hook. It was just a busy place. So sit there going,
Jeremy,
you know?
Jeremy,
Yeah.
Jeremy, do you know how heavy a polar bear is?
You know, what are they, like about 1,500 pounds? Some of them.
A polar bear is just heavy enough to break the ice.
You slap my knee there.
Speaking of slapping knees, I ain't gonna talk about that no more. No, that was great. I told you what that was.
The point is, like, we don't mind catching a few when we're getting questioned in our live chat, live stream. You know, price is going, it's gonna move. We got a line of people looking for information from us. But while we're trading, dude, if we got a trade on and we're like at a point like, hold on, watch this setup, we'll break it apart. We'll come back to it though. So like, if anybody's in our live stream and they feel like they're interrupting us, dude, do not feel like you're interrupting us.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We're really good at managing our trades. We're even better at managing our time, even though we've been droning on for a long time on YouTube here. You get the idea.
Because it's the end of the day, and I'm usually rushing off, and I'm not rushing off today.
I know, right? We got still longer.
I gotta go. My girl ain't seen me all day. She feels like all by herself. So it's kind of like,
And I'm so glad to be able to put Stone in this role of being a moderator and being able to be here with us today, because I mean, he started out humble and just learning how to trade, because it's basically going to become a way of life for him, and it already is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you've gotten to where you were intending to go.
Well, I'm very close to a breakout. I think I'm kind of like Spy right now. I'm compressing.
And
so I'm staying above the average.
The idea is, and I'm grateful that you said yes. I'll come in and start streaming after I begged you for like probably what.
So, yeah, I know. I didn't mean to do that. Well,
you made him beg, Stone.
It's a challenge, and I've already run into the things that I was concerned about doing.
Right.
But I have kind of resolved myself to I'll just do it. I'll just figure it out.
Fine, I'll do it.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. You know, I mean, it's not like I haven't spent most of my life live in front of people making mistakes. So,
right.
you know,
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like I haven't done that. So, but it is different, and it is making me a better trader. And you told me that once I started doing this, I'd be a better trader. And I know I told you long time ago, I said, once I'm able to put down what I do in writing, then I got it. Well, I'm at that point now. And thank God, I think everybody would thank God, whether they know him or not, or care, even believe in him or not. They would thank God to know that I can write in shorter sentences than I speak.
Yes.
There's no ums, and it's right to the point.
And
don't worry about it, buddy. We're all human here.
And that's the other aspect of our community is just that. I mean, we will grow if you grow with us and you feel like you're at a point where you can be convinced to pay it forward and become a moderator. That's how we grow. We'll get bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's what it is. That's the idea.
And as soon as I learned, I started putting stuff up. I just, it was at a time I'd put it up and I'd say, well, this is what I do. And this is what I'm looking for. Here are the loans I talk about all the time.
Exactly.
I wanted to pay it forward. And now I'm really happy. Well, we can do a lot. I mean, I even had solidification this week. I had an aha moment. I was like, oh yeah. You know, it's really good.
It's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Well, knowing where you can go, knowing that range, knowing in a penny stock, you know, you're looking, the bottom is the gap up. That's your last chance. And the top of the pre-market, the high, well, that's your resistance. Yep. And then you just find everything in between. And if it breaks that high and it doesn't come back and hits it and it keeps going, find a pullback and get in. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's good stuff. Thank you so much, guys. It is it's such a pleasure hanging out with you guys. I really appreciate that.
Oh my God, you're wearing a Tidewater shirt from Cherry Grove.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
You know how much time I spent at Tidewater?
You know,
we should go play that. We should go play that.
I was gonna
go play that place pretty soon.
I was gonna take your advice and put on a polo today, but I'm like, you know what?
No, don't worry about it, man.
This is me. I'm chilling.
I put on my.
You be you, dude. I'm not dressing up. This is how I dress.
I put on a polo. A couple weeks ago, I was being interviewed by Creed over there at Money.net, and the week before he wore a polo and I just wore a one of my t-shirts, one of my funny t-shirts. And
Yeah.
then, he's like, all I got is a stinking polo and you got this cool shirt on. I'm like, thanks, man. Cool. This shirt was made by Andy over at Warrior Mighty Soldiers Trading.
Thank you.
Made me a shirt.
Warrior
And
Trading.
it was pretty awesome because he was able to take
Spartan
my
Trading.
imagination and put it to life on a t-shirt. It was awesome.
That's really cool.
But the next week when Creed was interviewing me, I put on a polo and he had on a t-shirt. So like, oh, I wore a polo today.
Like
Just
you
as a
guys
gag.
are you calling each other? And just be like, all right, this week I'm gonna wear the polo.
We should. But no, I threw the polo on just as a gag. Be like, hey, I'm wearing a polo now. So
Oh my
and
god.
then
good
he shows
stuff.
up in a t-shirt. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
No, I like this, man. I'm wearing the polo. Stone's wearing his normal button down with a
I usually have
t-shirt
a button
underneath.
down on a t-shirt.
You
yeah.
usually, and Jeremy's wearing his t-shirt. So this is pretty
I
much.
I can come with a polo sometimes, but I do like my button.
Nobody's
down
asking.
shirts.
No. Dude,
I like
go and
pockets.
feel
We're not-
comfortable, man.
we're
We
not
want
I like
stuff-
pockets because I can put my phone in my pocket,
yeah.
and I'm sitting down, but I have no acetol disease, so
No acetol disease.
I have no acetol disease.
I
Which
got
means,
sitting on my ass disease.
Yeah, which means that if I put anything in my pants pocket, my pants weigh down, and I really have to tighten up a belt to wear suspenders. So I need a pocket to put my phone in, so it doesn't weigh my pants down. Now you don't know my secrets. Damn it.
Oh man. That's good stuff. I love it. All right, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for everything. And
Absolutely.
Thank you,
all
Devin.
all you out
Thanks,
there in
Jeremy.
YouTube land, thank you so much for coming and checking us out. Yeah,
we'll be
much
here
love.
every week.
And if you're watching us at 3 a.m. in the morning because you got nothing better to do, go eat a turkey sandwich and drink a glass of milk. You go to sleep, I promise.
There you go. All right, guys. See you next week. Have a great one.
All
Take
right.
care.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Oh, he's recording us again.